South of the Mason-Dixon line, curling is an obscure sport to many people, but with the Winter Olympics starting, interest is expected to snowball.
It's not that kind. News 13's John Leach joins us with a special report. And John, you don't have to go up north to find some serious competitors.
The upstate, and you'll find passionate people when it comes to throwing stones. They used to think it'd be a cold day in hell, Wisconsin, before they'd ever play again.
Now, the big thing is you have to put on your grippers as well.
Here in the upstate, a circle of friends.
Hey, sweetie, how are you? Good to see you.
At the Pavilion Recreation Complex, and Wiggins of Hendersonville breaks the geography barrier.
We're curling in the South.
If you're foreign to the sport, come close, but
Don't touch!
you'll hear a lot of commands in curling.
It's got a lot of weight. Come on over, baby. Come on over.
In many cases, the Palmetto Curling Club rekindles an old flame. Anne fell in love with the game, well, sort of, back in the 70s in Denver, learning from Canadians. Like curling, sometimes you've got to go out of your way to hit the mark.
I'm looking at this thing that my then husband and his friends were doing, and I said, this is crazy. I don't understand it. I could care less.
Now, she couldn't care more.
That was way back in the 70s, and I've been doing it ever since.
The Palmetto Club started in 2010. Before that, the idea of curling here in the Carolinas seemed as dicey as skating on thin ice. Ideally, it is played on surfaces dedicated to the game.
And it's hit or miss here. And the surface of the ice is not even level here. So we end up with some pretty wacky shots.
Making do and giving folks of all ages a chance to appreciate this Olympic sport. 4-person teams compete. They rotate, throwing the 42-pound granite stone toward the bullseye called the house. The center, or the button, is what they're shooting for.
The most number of your colored stones closest to that button, you get to count that many.
But to get to the house,
To sweeping like crazy to get it to where that skip wants it. And you will hear yelling, "Sweep! Hard!
the skip is like a quarterback calling the shots.
Hurry hard!" And the skip is the one who directs the game. They're the master of the strategy. They have to learn to read the ice.
Like reading a putting green.
When you want to make a shot, you don't aim for where you want to end up. You have to figure out how to get there.
Now, Anne didn't exactly aim for competitive curling. In world competition back in 2004, her senior U.S. curling team won a bronze.
Being the age that I am, when I was in high school, the only thing that a girl could do was be a cheerleader. I didn't find out that I was a really competitive person until I found curling. And man, then watch out.
And a stone's throw away, you'll find the sport associated with places far up north. Sometimes they fall, but mostly they just fall in love all over again.
You can have curlers in their 80s because it's a game for life.
The Palmetto Curling Club competes at the Pavilion in Taylors. The club now looking for a dedicated curling facility. Log on to WLOS.com, click news links to find out more.